Hey. My name is Terry Edwards. We had a couple of technical difficulties, but we're back at it. We're coming to you live all the way from the big metropolis of Kernersville, North Carolina. And we are so excited that your friend invited you on to see this information on today. And I know the world outside of the Alliance, a lot of people are going through a lot of tough times right now, and we totally get it. Our thoughts and our prayers go out to our world with this pandemic that they are calling the coronavirus. All the families that's been affected, the small businesses, the economy. We are going through a tough time right now. But the thing about tough times is this right here. Tough times do not come to stay. They come to pass, y'all. Tough times do not come to stay. They come to pass, y'all. So I was talking with a good friend of mine. His name is Tim Goad. He's a pastor down in Orlando, Florida, one of our leadership consultants and cultural advisors with the Alliance. And he said, Terry, there are three things that we must keep preaching and telling people while we're going through this pandemic. First of all, we got to never stop giving hope, okay? Number two, don't stop sharing and giving. Don't start hoarding stuff, hoarding information, hoarding toilet paper. And we're going to do our best to make sure that we don't hoard this hope that we have, and also to stay connected, This is what I know. Faith comes by hearing, so does fear. Fear comes by hearing. So hopefully over the next couple of minutes, as I explain our opportunity to you, that you are inspired, that you leave this webinar with some hope that tomorrow is going to be better than today. So thank you, Andy and Jane Albright, for creating such a wonderful company that we get to call the Alliance. And this company is changing lives all across America. And we are helping families. We're standing in the gap. Even in tough times, we are making sure that our clients are well served. So I'm going to do my best. To explain our opportunity to you in a way that it makes sense. Okay. So the name of our company is the Alliance, and we believe in prosperity, inspiration, and eternity. Okay. We believe in prosperity, inspiration, and eternity. Our tagline is have fun, make money, make a difference. Okay. And what I'm going to do over the next couple of minutes is answer 5 basic questions. Okay. 5 basic questions. What is the Alliance? What is the opportunity? How do you do it? How do you make money? And I got a couple of winners on the line that I'll introduce later to give you some social proof of who actually else is doing it. So again, my name is Terry Edwards. I am married to the lovely Tia Edwards. She's at home right now, managing the household. We have 4 beautiful children. Well, I guess the boys don't want to be called beautiful. I got 2 beautiful girls and 2 handsome boys, 14, 13, 12, and 4 years old. And to say our household is busy is probably an understatement. But what I'm going to share with you is something that I've been a part of now. I found the Alliance about 5 years ago. My background was in banking. I was executives of credit unions here throughout North Carolina for over 16 years. I started as a part-time teller, and I worked my way all the way up to vice president of a credit union over a period of about 16 years, okay? But this is what I found out in working in corporate America. A job is good, but it was never designed to get you free, okay? A job was good, but what do I mean by that? Most people in America live at different levels of growth, okay? Like you can make $10 an hour and not have money, $25,000 a year and not have money. And it doesn't matter what type of income you have, you still cannot be creating financial wealth, getting free. So most people find themselves living check to check, and I found myself in that same situation too. But the thing about my situation is this right here. Once I discovered it, I didn't like it. I needed to do something about it. So I met this guy, and he told me that the only way to get free in America is if you own a business. Okay. So I was like, okay, so what does that look like? So I went out and bought a system, a franchise, a commercial cleaning franchise. And so I was working in the credit unions during the day. And then at night, me and Tia, we'll go out and start cleaning buildings. Okay. And then we hired staff, and it started producing income that we didn't actually have to be there in order to make happen. Okay. But the thing about owning your own small business is this right here. You don't own the business owns you. And now in this pandemic that we have going on, you don't even control if you can open the doors or not. If you are not an essential business, essential to the livelihood of other people, you can't even open the doors right now. So this pandemic is having a lot of people rethink everything about their lives, okay? So speaking of essential business, every governor in the United States of America has declared insurance services as an essential business. That we have to be available to serve our clients and meet the needs of our clients despite what's going on, okay? So we started that business, and then the thing about those small businesses, the overhead is just so expensive, it's hard to keep large profit margins. And then we met a guy who was making about $20,000 a month, 28 years old, and he was in one of those pyramid things. And I was like, how that worked right there? And he explained to me how it worked. I thought it was a pyramid scheme and everything, but once he broke it down to me, I was like, how much does it get in? He was like, $300. I said, well, put me in. So we got in that. And the thing about that is it was low barriers of entry, but in order to make really good money, you have to have a big team, okay? So in February 2015, I got what I thought was my dream job. I was named CEO of a credit union down in Georgia. Now, this is the thing. I was always working during the day, but I was hustling, trying to find something that could get me free. Does that make sense? So if you are on this call and you're looking for a side hustle, or if you're a barber or a nail tech and you've been forced to close your doors, or you own a movie theater, or you're looking for a side hustle, something to get free, this could be it for you, okay? So we moved down from North Carolina to Georgia to take over that credit union. And at the time we had 3 children, and my wife was 7 months pregnant with number 4. And we moved down there mid-school year. Long story short, they never let me start work. And 2 weeks after my start date, I got an email that said, for whatever confusion there is about your job, this serves as your termination notice. And I was like, I said, what now? This was by email. And, I had a decision to make. I could either fight or I could either flight. I could either fight or I could either flight. And I decided to fight. You see, Andy Albright, who started this company back in 2002 in his basement right outside of Burlington, North Carolina, and today we're all over the country, multi-million-dollar corporation, helping a lot of families. But when he started this company, he actually just, I need to cut my Facebook thing off. When he started this company, and this is just a success principle in general, okay? He says this right here, most successful people, they are thinking, we have this corner of success. What do you want and how do you get it? What do you want and how do you get it? Where most people are really thinking about what's wrong and who can I blame. I would encourage you throughout the rest of your life to keep this principle in front of you of what it is that you really want and how do you get it? And that's going to help. So I knew that I wanted to continue to provide for my family. So I did what anybody else with a master's degree in business and a store banking career would do. I got on Craigslist looking for work. That's what I did. As crazy as it may sound, that's what I did. So I actually saw an ad that said too many leads, not enough agents, and Mutual of Omaha, and you make $500 per client. And I was like, click. I read down through it. I was like, oh, what do I have to lose? So I responded to the ad. I talked to this guy named Jason Mathis down in Miami, Florida. I'm in Georgia. He's in Florida. He tells me what I'm going to explain to you, and I got started with it. And this ride has been phenomenal. My thought process was I'll do this until I can find a real job, but it's been going so good. I ain't been going on no job interviews. And I'm going to explain it to you. So what is the Alliance? At the Alliance, we help clients with life insurance, annuities. We help people get out of debt. We help seniors with Medicare supplemental plans and things of that nature. And we work with multi-billion-dollar life insurance companies like Mutual of Omaha, Transamerica, Foresters. And basically what goes down is this right here. These companies, Mutual of Omaha, they are very, very good at creating products and services. But most insurance people make this business boring. Does that mean like they're lethargic, they're not fun? See, we like to have fun at the Alliance. We love to have fun, make money, make a difference, okay? So because they're lethargic and things of that nature, they have a hard time getting those products and services into the hands of the people that need them. At the Alliance, we have a lead generation system where people are reaching out to us, telling us that they want what Mutual and Omaha and them got. So what we do is we play matchmaker, okay? With the people that want it, with the people that got it, and they pay us a comfortable income. So if you're watching this video and you're just looking to make a little side money, about $500 or $1,000 on the side, you could do that very easily. If you're like me, when I came to the Alliance and you needed to replace a full-time income immediately, you can do that as well. And if you are the type of person where you're wanting to do something life-changing, you want to create a business that's going to sustain future generations within your family, I'm talking about Hog Nasty Rich, creating legacies, college universities with buildings named after you, you can do that here too. It really don't matter what you want. Our job at the Alliance is to surround you with the resources and tools to help you get what you came for. So for the first time, guys, you may be like me. You may be in the right place at the right time, but most importantly, with the right people, okay? So that's question number one. What is the Alliance? I done killed that. All right, question number two. What is the opportunities? You sitting in your living room, you sitting on your patio, explain it. Preach it, black boy. Woo! What is the opportunity? The opportunity is massive, y'all. The opportunity is massive. Listen, if you get offended easy, I'm sorry. Calm down. We don't, just calm down. Don't take yourself so serious. I ain't gonna take myself so serious, okay? Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. There's some good information here. So what is the opportunity? The opportunity is massive, y'all. I was doing this talk down. I was talking to a group of entrepreneurs down in South Carolina. This guy sitting about 4 rows back, had on some overalls. He was like, hey, is it saturated? I said, what are you talking about? He said, it's saturated. Everybody done made all the money. You can't make no money. And I was like, no, bro. We done Googled this thing 100%. You know, when you Google something, it's authentic. 100% of the people are going to need what we have. Why is that? Because 100% of the people, they're going to die. Is nobody getting out of this deal alive, okay? Now, we don't try to be everything to everybody, so we target market to people who are more likely wanting to buy what we got, okay? So we send out letters to people who purchase a home, refinance a home, they have a baby, they turn 65. These are what we consider public record life events. We buy the data, we send out letters, we got social media ads running, we got TV commercials running, we got direct mail leads going out every single week, and we getting thousands of responders back of people saying, hey, I need your help. Hey, I want to make sure that, God forbid, something happened to me, I get the corona, and whatever the case may be, that my house is going to be paid for. Or if I get critically injured or ill, that I got something in place that's going to help me make my mortgage payment. Okay. So the a mortgage protection market is a big part of what we do. But another huge group of people that we market to are the baby boomers. These are people who were born between 1946 and 1964. It's a whole lot of them. They went over there and fought the war, okay? And the boys went over there to Europe to fight in World War II. The ladies stayed here at the house. Boys came home, hadn't seen their women friends and couple of years, and they had a party, baby. It was a baby boom, okay? Now, these baby boomers, it's over 78 million of them, and they're turning 65 now at a rate of over 10,000 a day. And those baby boomers, y'all, they're finding themselves in two situations. I mean, in situations, if you're up north, down south, we like to jam our words up. We call it a situation. We got to get it through that. But listen, those baby boomers, they find themselves in two situations. The first group is like my mama. My mama worked for Purdue Chicken Plant, okay? She had that good old work insurance the whole while she was there. Then when she came out of work, she was no longer a part of the group, so she lost that coverage. That's like what happens to a lot of Americans. They only have work insurance. Work insurance is good, but you don't own and control it. So now these baby boomers are retiring. They want to make sure that they just got a plan in place to cover funeral, final expenses so they don't leave no burden on their children. We, down here in North Carolina, we call that burial insurance. Some people like to call it final expenses, all same thing, okay? The other group of baby boomers, life was good and life was kind, and they were able to save up a couple of dollars, like in a 401k or a TSP or some sort of retirement plan. And now they're retiring. That group of baby boomers, they got two questions. The first question that they're asking is, have I saved enough to last me the rest of my life in retirement? And given the history of what's going on right now, recent events in the stock market, literally, the stock market at the beginning of the year was about 30,000. Now it's done dropped down to about 20,000. So that's about a 30% decline. So what has happened in the real world is people retirement accounts have dropped by 30%. And if you're already retired and taking money out of that account, they're in a pickle. So we help those clients move that money from the risky stock market into annuities, which is nothing more than a savings account at a life insurance company, guaranteed never to lose money. But when the market is doing well, they make money. They are fired up out their mind to do that, okay? So they're wondering that. And then the second thing they're wondering is, how do I pass this money on to my children without Uncle Sam taking half of it? And we help those clients out with annuities too. So the thing about money is this right here. You can't take it with you. And what we're about to witness is the largest wealth transfer known to the financial markets. These baby boomers, they got to pass this money on. So what I'm trying to say is the opportunity is massive. You ain't even got to be smart to be good in this business and make a lot of money. The only thing you got to do is be able to copy and follow a system, okay? Now, we got partnerships with all these insurance companies. I ain't gonna talk about all 20 of them. I'm gonna just tell you about two of them, Mutual Loan High and Transamerica. You know, they've been around for over 100+ years, multi-billion-dollar corporations. But this is the most important thing you need to know about all of the carriers that we're partnered with. First of all, they are A-rated. That means they got billions of dollars in the bank plus reserves, okay? And they know our leadership on a first name basis. Andy Albright has set up a company where really, honestly, it doesn't matter if you got a GED, if you got a PhD, or if you got a player hating degree. If you come in and you follow our system and our platform, you can be extremely successful here, okay? Which leads us to number 3, how do you do it? What is our system? A system is an acronym. I like to say, save yourself time, energy, and money, baby. Save yourself time, energy, and money. Sort of like McDonald's. Some people say McDonald's, I call them McDonald's. McDonald's. How many people will agree McDonald's don't make the best burgers, but you can't deny that they have a great system. You got literally 16-year-olds who can run a multi-billion-dollar company. How is that? You walk in one McDonald's, you've been in them all. I used to work at the one in Murfreesboro, North Carolina. That's right. You just walk. Now the sewer back up, that thing, boy, it get pretty ugly up in there in Murfreesboro. But anyway, you go in one McDonald's, you've been in them all. Fries on the left, shakes on the right. You know what I'm saying? It's just a system. Andy has created this same system so that you can literally just plug in and copy and have success. I'm gonna go through the system right quick with you. The first part of our system is our playbook. One page, nothing on the back. We laminate it so you know it's important. But listen, get back with the person that invited you on this call. They can get this playbook to you. It talks about why we exist. We exist so everybody could get a piece of the pie, baby. PIE, prosperity, inspiration, and eternity. Prosperity, chill. We know you need to take care of your family. We understand that. But let's not make money the mission. Our mission is prosperity, inspiration, and eternity. Our mission is to change lives, okay? Inspiration, we travel the world. A bunch of us, we getting ready to go to Alaska later on this year. All expense paid, baby. We're gonna be cruising through the whatever you call it, the glaciers and stuff like that. Ooh, we're gonna have a good time, all expense paid. The trip that we're working on right now that you can qualify for is a trip over to Thailand. That's right, all the way across the water, all expense paid. We've got our core values, excellent service, integrity, accountability, and all that good stuff. We got that, okay? The core value that I like the most is gratitude. You know what I'm saying? That we believe in just being thankful. That even though we're going through a challenging time right now, that we're still grateful that we live in a land of opportunity, that we live in a land of freedom, that we operate in an essential business. So whereas some people want to go to work and can't go to work, we are covered up with work, and we are loving every minute of it. And I was also reminded of being grateful. We got a teammate out in St. Louis, Missouri. It's a couple named Hal and Ellen Rosen. Hal and Ellen got to be in their mid-70s, okay? But they don't act like they're in their 70s. They win all the trips and everything. I remember going on one trip, and Hal said, whoo, going on these trips is harder than working at the house. Y'all like to party and stay up too late. Woo, and go see all these sights and stuff. I need a break. But this is what Hal posted on our social media app. We call it Band. We have a private social media app. And this reminded me to be grateful right here. Hal is in his mid-70s, him and his wife, Ellen, going out, killing it, helping families. And they're also having some health challenges. But this is what Hal wrote to Andy Albright, our CEO. Hey, Andy, and this was actually last night at 8 o'clock. Been thinking how crisis comes and goes, but we are all fighting for our company and you. Upon reflection, this company is the best thing that has ever happened to lots of people, including Ellen and myself. We made our first Zoom sale, and now we have 2 telephone sales today. We cannot go out because the doctor says if I get sick, it's all over for me. Like our president says, we will all be bigger and better after the virus. Thanks for this opportunity, and God bless you and your family. Stay safe. Love, Ellen and Hal. Gratitude, baby. Gratitude, baby. So that messed me up. The next thing we want you to do is read a couple of books. We ain't saying you got to read them all at one time. Just sneak your line or 2 in. The first book that we want you to read is called The 8 Steps to Success. This is Andy Albright. This is the guy who started the company, my good friend. And he wrote this book called The 8 Steps to Success. If you follow these 8 principles consistently, somebody say consistently, I mean day in and day out, whether you feel like it or not, you follow these steps consistently, and we don't have anybody who's following these 8 steps consistently not making $100,000 a year. And it's just simple stuff, but the one that tripped most people up with is number 2, work. This is not claim it, name it, claim it, call it, haul it, okay? You got to do some work. We got leads, but they don't dial themselves, okay? The next book that he wrote is called The Millionaire Maker Manual. We call this book the Green Book. We very creative. The Green Book, baby. This is how Andy Albright himself created a $83,000 a month income in the Alliance. He puts it in a book and tells us, copy this. And we have success story after success story of people who are making over $83,000 a month. Terry, are you making $83,000? I'm working on it. I'm getting pretty close. I got a couple more things that I got to go back here and reread. I went to public school in North Carolina. Sometimes it take a little, I got to, need a little remediation. I got to go back and reread some stuff, okay? So that's that right there. The next book that he wrote is called Inside the Circle of You. This is the book that one of my favorite books, because basically this book talks about only focusing on the things that you can control, which is inside the circle of you, which is your attitude and your activity. That's the only thing that you can control. The coronavirus, outside of my control. My spouse, outside of my control. My kids, outside of my control. The president, outside of my control. The Congress, outside of my control. My attitude and my activity. This is what this book talks about there. And the last book that we wrote is our House of Values book, which explains our 8 core values in detail and how we expect each of us to act as a part of our community. We got online training with NAA University. If you never done this before, no worries. I hadn't either. We got little 30-minute videos, videoing our best people doing what we do. And we just say, hey, copy that, okay? We have a community. We normally do these meetings face-to-face, but with the virus and everything, we have to go into a virtual environment. We're doing what we got to do. But as soon as we come out of Corona, we bunking back up in our meetings. We call them hot spots. We got about 90 of them across the country, and we're quickly growing, okay? Now, the next part of our system is what I got fired up about, really. Leads, y'all. The reason that most people struggle with at-home businesses is after they sell to their mama and them, mother and them, their mama and them, they don't have nobody to talk to who want what they got. We mail out about 1 million letters a week to people who are having these life events. If you got work ethic and you got want to, WANTTO, we got plenty for you, TODO, to do. These people are spilling these letters out, sending them back. Most people get them, they throw them in the trash can because they don't even know where Burlington, North Carolina is. But we got a lot of people that open it up and they fill it out. And when they fill it out, they give us their height, their weight, their sex, if they smoke or not, and a couple of phone numbers to call them back on. And women put their height and weight on these forms too, y'all. So what I'm saying is they are more than just interested. If a woman put her height and weight on something and send it to a blind P.O. box, you know she's serious, okay? We got plenty of leads coming in, and we need some help all across America, all right? And we want you to track your activity so that way you can kind of know if you're getting better or not. And then we got just a simple little book that you use when you talk to clients to go through the information. We call it our ATM. It's just a little flip book. We're very, very laid back, very, get a little information about them and walk through it. You do have to get an insurance license. So if you don't have a license, that's okay. We can help you get that. But in about 15 to 20 minutes, you're going to pick up a check or you're going to pick up a phone. And then we have a promotion guideline where, again, it don't matter the color of your skin. It don't matter if you was born on the right side of the railroad tracks or the wrong side. It don't matter if your mama loved you, if your daddy hated you. It don't, none of that. We like to call this a whosoever doeth business. Whosoever doeth the work, getteth the promotion. Whosoever doeth the work, getteth the promotion. I also like to say it this way. We got leads, but they don't call themselves. He who maketh the most phone calls booketh the most appointments. Whereas he who booketh the most appointments satteth with the most people, and he who satteth with the most people will make the most money. If you don't make phone calls and call people to help protect their families, you're not gonna make no money. Simple as that. Okay, that's the way that works. But we got a lot of people who are going out here killing it, helping families that's already requesting help. That's right. Make sure I go over everything. Yep, I killed that. And we got a promotion grid. Yeah, we do. You hit the numbers, you're gonna get promoted. Do you have to recruit to win? Absolutely not. Do it help speed up the process? Absolutely. What if you don't want to? It's your life. Don't do it. If you want to, do it. Okay. When I saw it, I was like, this is what I did. So my first month, I made $8,000, over $8,000 deposit. My wife was skeptical. I knew she was 7 months pregnant. She was acting weird, and I couldn't figure it out. So one day she was yakking and yapping. I mean, she was talking, not yakking, just talking. And it must have been a day that I had had enough of it. And I said, listen, Tia, I don't know what's wrong with paying the bills and stuff like that. I don't know. She said, well, you ain't never got us in nothing and we made this much money this fast. I said, I know. Isn't that a blessing? She said, something ain't right. Somebody going to jail. I said, well, let me tell you how this is going to go down. If anybody going to jail, it's going to be Mutual of Omaha and them. They just kingpins. I'm just a little street hustler. I will snitch on them. I said, Tia, this is life insurance. Which leads us to number 4. How do you make the money? This is the way that it works. We get the leads in. You call them and say, hey, I got your form. I need to bring the information over there to you. Now, they be like, I don't want you to come over. I'm 79 years old. I might die. I'll be like, okay, I don't want you to die. I'll call you when I get in your driveway. We'll talk through the glass door. Okay, do whatever we got to do. Winners are going to find a way to win. Losers are going to find a way to lose. I'm a winner. I believe you're a winner. You're on a webinar at 12 o'clock, 85 degrees outside. You're on a webinar. You're a winner. Anyhow, so what you do is you call the person, you book an appointment, you go over to their house. You're going to sit down and chat with them, and you're going to make on average about $500 per client, per application. Okay? That's a simple way to put it. All right? Now, we don't have anybody that's consistently running 20 appointments a week that's not making 6 figures. And you can run 20 appointments a week in 2 days. Okay? If you want to do this on the side, just pop in 5 to 10. You'll probably make 35 to 40 grand. Okay? Then we got people who like to work a little overtime. They run 25 appointments a week. And then we got this group called Fanaticals. Like me, we run 30 appointments a week. And we hire people. So you also make money by hiring people. And as they go out and help families, you make a percentage of that. That's the way it works, okay? But if you need more details, just get back with the person that invited you onto the call, and they'll go into more details if you need to, okay? But what I know is this right here. These insurance companies got money, honey. They are not running out. They are not closing their doors. We're getting emails every day saying we're still in business. We're working from home. We're still processing claims. Commissions are still going out as scheduled. So, so that's the way that works. And let's see here. Who else is doing it? So again, like I said, me and Tia got started with this company 5 years ago, and it's just been a crazy ride. I told you before, my first month, I made over $8,000 in deposits, and the guy that hired me, Jason Mathis, he kept harassing me and saying, you need to drive up to Burlington and meet Andy Albright. And I drove up to Burlington to meet Andy Albright. And after the meeting, I had a chance to sit down and have a conversation with him one-on-one. And you can tell that he's successful financially. Multiple homes, jets, crazy cars. He's been married for over 25 years. His wife's still there with him. That's a testament. His children adore him. And I said, Andy, why are you still working as hard as you are? It's evident that you're successful. He said, Terry, I tell you what, my great-grandchildren who haven't even been born, he ain't even got no grandkids yet. All right, no pressure, but you know, he ain't got no grandkids, but he said this, my great-grandchildren are already taken care of. The problem, Terry, is this right here. You can't say the same thing. And I instantly fell in love with him. I said, I can follow a person who is no longer working for a dollar bill, but more so that his mission is to help other people get where he is. And when we're living in a time where most people are thinking about what's wrong and who can I blame, and they're scared, they're hoarding toilet paper, they're living in a land of scarcity and a scarcity mindset, here we have a leader that's given us permission to live in the law of abundance, to know that there's a big enough piece of the pie that just because I get mine, there's still enough room for you to get yours. And I am committed to this mission of prosperity, inspiration, and eternity. And so what I did was I was looking for a place where, first of all, I could belong. When I lost my job, I wanted to go through a phase of distrust, but I knew being distrustful would cost me money. There's a book that you should read called The Speed of Trust, and it talks about if you operate in a high trust environment, you can make more money faster because you don't have to second guess everything and verify everything, right? But if you operate in a low trust environment where you got to question everybody's motives, you can do well, but it's gonna take you longer and it's gonna cost you more money. So I knew that principle. So I was like, I'm gonna trust these people. If I do what they tell me to do and it don't work, I can point the finger at them. But if I do what they tell me to do and it don't work, if I come in here trying to be smart and do it my own way and it don't work, my family was going to be looking at me. So I got fired up about this thing, and I came in with a selfish motive at first of I just want to take care of me and my kids and my family. But then I realized that it's a blessing to be a blessing. So we started hiring people and talking and helping spread the good news about the Alliance. And I want to bring a couple of people, just two of the winners that I've been able to find since coming on to the Alliance. Let's see here. Let's go. The first winner is my girl, Tanisha Staten, out in right outside of Charlotte, North Carolina. Tanisha, if you don't mind, unmute yourself. Let everybody know who you are. Kind of share your story of how you found the Alliance and, kind of what your mindset is and how you fired your boss and all that good stuff.
All right. Hey, y'all. Our name is Junior and Tanisha Staten. We live out here in Charlotte. We were hired by Mia Fennell. When I was introduced to the Alliance, I was a loan processor. Mia had sat down and she had a chance to meet Andy, and she called and she was fired up. She was like, hey, I got this opportunity. I don't know what you're looking for, but I need you to come. Okay. What she didn't know was I had been praying for something.
Whoa.
I didn't know what form it was going to come in. I didn't know how it was coming. But when I got to the hot spot, I was like, insurance? All right. But we don't know how God gonna bless us, so we can't be picky and choosy. When he opened the door, we got to go through it. So I listened and kind of, like Terry, I came on originally for the money. And it was like, I can work a little bit, make $1 here, make $1 there. But what happened was I went to a family reunion, which is coming up in July. And after that, I was excited. I got a chance to develop a heart for the culture and see not people just talking about it, but people doing it and people winning and making a difference, not only in their families' lives, but in others. So I came back and I started my part-time hustle. I would work appointment here, appointment there. So for a couple months, I was able to match my income. So I was like, okay, well, let me put forth a little bit more.
Wait, back up. So in a couple of months, you was able to match your full-time, your part-time side hustle started matching what you was making working full-time?
Yes, sir.
Shut the front door.
Yep. So after a couple months of that, I said, okay, well, let me put a little bit more effort into it. So I picked up the pace and was running a couple appointments in the evening and working some appointments on Saturdays. And I was like, okay, I doubled my income. I had one deposit that I sat with a family. I wrote about 7 applications. I spent probably about 4 hours, and I made in 4 hours what it would have took me 6 weeks to make on my job.
My Lord.
So my husband and I had a conversation. He said, well, I think it's time for you to stop helping them build their legacy because they don't appreciate you, and we can start building our own. So May 1st, 2019, I fired my boss. And since then, we have won our first all expense paid trip. We're going to Alaska, and now we're working on Thailand. So this company has been a blessing to me. Like I said, I was praying for something. If I had to choose it, no, I wouldn't have chosen insurance, but God knew something. He had put something in me that I didn't know that he's constantly pulling out of me. And I'm forever grateful for Terry and Tia, for Mia, and for Jane and Andy, just sticking it out and building something that can be a blessing to generations to come.
That's right. That's my friend Tanisha. See, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for somebody who's going to win. And let me tell you something. I found another one. This is my cousin right here. Me and Beth, we go back like 4 flat ties. You know what I'm saying? We go back like square pizza and government milk. You know what I'm saying? So Beth Ireland, if you don't mind, unmute yourself and light them up. Light them up.
Hey, Terry, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Woo, I got through the iPad talking. Hush her up. That overview of the Alliance office, share this opportunity, and I was desperate for something. And thank you, Andy and Jane.
Hey, Beth. Beth, I'm sorry, your audio is not clear.
Okay.
Can you say something else and see if it's better?
Is it better now?
Keep talking.
Is it better now?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Terry, for the overview of the Alliance opportunity. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay, all right. I'm so grateful and thankful to Andy Albright and Jane Albright for developing this company and this opportunity so that we can all be working right now during this crazy time that we have. Terry and Tia, I consider them my family. I consider them really my family. I am just so thankful that I know them. I met them through another company, a network marketing travel club, and can you still not hear me?
Yeah. Can you go back on video? That probably would be better.
Okay.
There you go.
All
yeah,
right.
And everybody wanted to see your face anyway.
Okay. Well, I didn't realize we were having a problem. You know, we're all new to this technology. So I'll start over. Thank you, Terry. And, you know, just thankful for this opportunity right now. I live in Hamptonville, North Carolina. That is a very small rural community in Yadkin County. You know, I was raised on a farm. My parents, you know, we were farmers. My grandparents were farmers. I got a little bit of work ethic from that. But, you know, I had a job in a payroll position. I was a payroll specialist down in Winston-Salem. And, you know, just like that, at 5:30 one day, my job, I was told, had been eliminated and that they really had enjoyed meeting me and they would help me out. So that's how fast that happens. And I said, you know, I'm going to find some sort of opportunity where I can grow myself and grow a team. And I ran back into Terry and Tia, and they introduced me to the Alliance. Our culture here is phenomenal. The people here, we all come together like family. You can grow yourself in this company as well as grow a team. And my clients that I absolutely love them. I have been in this business now since, I guess, June of 2015. And the people that I have helped me. And the hotspots that we plug in have helped me to form relationships that I never want to see end. They're my family. My clients are my family. It's just a great opportunity. And now with even more products to help people, we're not shut down during this time. We are essential. People are looking for what we have. Through this company, I've been able to take 3 all expense paid trips, well, 2 and 1 on the way. So,
Tell them about them. Tell them about them.
I was blessed to be able to take my daughter as my guest on my first trip to Hawaii, and it was a perfect timing from her graduation from college, so it worked out great. We went to Paris last year in May and just had a blast. I took my older son with me. Created memories that nobody can ever take from me on both of those trips with my family and my Alliance family. And just so blessed that I won the Alaskan trip. I'm going to take my third child, my other son, with me, and I know we're going to have a beautiful time on that trip too. Right now, I'm working hard to win Thailand. I want to go to Thailand. I want to win the extension, ride the elephants. I'm just super excited to still be able to work and not be shut down during this time, and to actually, tell people that I have an opportunity for them as well. And so we've just got so many new opportunities to help people with safe money, tax-free retirement, not only just final expense and mortgage protection, but Medicare supplement, just so many opportunities coming on board, debt relief. So this is the time. Now is the time to come in and just grab hold. If you believe that people are asking about our products, they are. If you believe that and you believe that you can help them with it, the rest is just activity. So this company is one of the best things that's ever happened to me in my life. And right now is the time. Just consider our business is essential. Know that you're in the right place at the right time with the right people, and just get back with the person that invited you out to this call today.
That's right, Beth Allen. Hey, listen, guys, we about to wrap up. Don't log off right now. I forgot. I think it was John F. Kennedy. He said it this way. John F. Kennedy said, ask not what this country can do for you, ask what you can do for this country. In this time, we need more people out there giving people hope. We need people out there getting people not only excited, but incited, how to build generational wealth, how to secure their families. And listen, a good friend of mine that's in this business out west, Jake and Belle Krause, I was talking to them the other day. I said, listen, y'all got a military background. Y'all done been to war before. When you get that call from your unit that it's time to go to war, I would be, if it was me, I'll be scared to death. I'll be shivering. I'll be peeing in my pants and everything. I said, what is it that goes through the mind of a soldier? And Jake and Belle told me this right here. You rely on your training. It's just another day at the office. You don't get too excited. You don't get too depressed. You know that you were built and that you were prepared for a time such as what you are getting ready to go and face. And a buddy of mine wrote a book called The Power of the Other. And it says that when a Marine is dropped behind enemy lines, he's asking himself 3 questions. The first question is, where am I? The first question that you have to ask yourself right now is, where are you in relationship to this time in your life and in your finances? The second question that Marine is asking is, where's my buddy? More people have done more because people have told them that they could than they ever thought possible. We're here at the Alliance telling you to come join us, that there is more in store for you. There is life after this virus. And the third thing that enemy is asking is this right here. Where is the enemy? The enemy that we're facing in Corona is an invisible enemy, but there's a bigger enemy that we are fighting in the Alliance, and that is the enemy of poverty, the enemy of lack, the enemy of doubt, the enemy of distrust. We are a family that is fighting this war with everything that we have. If you got an insurance license, we're calling you out. We're telling you to get off the sideline, put on your helmet, get your sword, get your shield, get your slingshot, get whatever you got and come and help us fight. if you have a desire to help more people get more out of life and you don't have a license, get back with the person that invited you on the call. Let them know that you want to get started, and they'll walk you through the process, okay? Last but not least, right here, at 3 o'clock Eastern time today, in about 2 more hours, there's a young lady from Dallas, Texas, that's going to be doing another overview. Her name is Diane Lampe. And let me tell you something about Diane Lampe. Diane Lampe is dripping with success, baby. She has a mindset. She's built a team that is expanding across the nation. She makes well over $1 million, and she's a female boss. You want to get back on. This lady, I went to her house. She got a porte-cochere. She got a porte-cochere, y'all. I'm from Northeast North Carolina. I didn't even know what a porte-cochere was. I thought it was somewhere in France. But she got a porte-cochere. She built this big house. She bought a door. And she had the architect design the plans of her house around this door. So what I'm trying to tell you is this lady is somebody that you want to hear. Get back on at 3 o'clock and invite a family member, a church member, a cousin, somebody on at 3 o'clock Eastern, guys. My name is Terry Edwards. I'm here in North Carolina. My wife and I are excited about this opportunity. We are forever grateful for Andy and Jane. But guess what, guys? We're looking for one more. We're looking for one more. If that's you, I dare you. I triple dog dare you. Get back in contact with the person that invited you and say, hey, I'm ready to get started. Listen, guys, I got to go serve some families this afternoon. My name is Terry Edwards. I approve this message. I love you guys. Holla. Bye.